I don't really know how I'm gonna make this video. It's probably one of those that I'm gonna throw away in the trash or erase it. But basically, Dr. Delbert Blair is telling or warning to hip hop, right? And I wasn't ready to understand what he's saying, but when you see it, it's like a soap opera, because you can hate something if it's poignant. You can hate it, and so like we elect a heroine or a hero, right? And they go to defeat poignancy, but you're never supposed to get too close to your heroes. So it's more important that you look up to somebody for an opinion that you respect or a position that they are occupying than it is to get too close to them and to see them in the hot seat, because everybody goes on the hot seat. There's always supposed to be somebody who can seduce you, somebody who can floss as an example of living well for among people, because you know what I'm saying, it's like for people to agree to be a proletariat and to go to work, and there's certain things that they have to see, you know, like an example for of our people that is, you know, would be considered rich, living richly or whatever, you know, so that we would toil. And or you could, I mean, I don't want to go back in the past. So poignant. I don't want to drag out anything from the past as an example, because then I would just be poignant. And so the way to get back to it, right, is you have to filter out all of these like the crusties. There's like a lot of crusties, and those are like, you know, irritating. So I kind of measured like, and like to myself, like I'm more irritating than that person, so that person must be the gangster. That must be the right one. And like I'm less irritating than the you know, contentious petty bickering, trying to send you back into your ego. And so it's like but then in a sense I see what's poignant is, I hate that what's poignant more than I dislike those people for being involved in that stuff. And then everybody who's still yapping yappy afterwards, they could all get broke off, like, and there's dangerous for them. It's dangerous for them because they're wave riders and groupies. They're groupies. It's dangerous for them, and they might not even be bad people. Like, okay, like they might just be having fun, hanging out, making money for the first time and they don't know it's real. They think that it's all promoting fake death, and then until they get targeted for being around that person. That's what Dr. Delbert Blair is like. I'm warning about. He's like, I was warning about that would happen. It's like the way I was thinking about it was like, what are you talking? Like they would be like given over to a reprobate mind or something. Like I was fucking retarded. I still am retarded. You know, like a halfway hallucination, halfway reality. and then I have to fill in the rest without a fucking Dr. Seuss. Yeah. It's like a Dr. Seuss rendition. Because this dude, it was a producer, and he got shot because he was just joking around, and he said, fuck the suck aside or something. Anybody who hangs out with him or something. Like, he was just hanging out with his rap idols. And he was gay. They were hanging out with him. He's gay. They, you know what I'm saying? They're open-minded, and they're not haters. You know what I mean? Like, in that sense, right? I mean, they got him like it's all pink player. Like, he was like a pink baller. It's funny. And you know, Louis Vuitton. Louis Vuitton, definitely. That's the most gayest. Louis Vuitton is the most gayest. Like, you know. So it's like they didn't. It was like he got caught up. Like, they wouldn't, you know. They would have seen a gay dude and not targeted him. You know what I mean? It's like wiggers. Like, they don't shoot at wiggers. You know, they're just going after somebody for what is called, where if you're saying that you're rolling around taking people's lives, and you're saying you're doing this and you're doing that, and then you say you can't find me, you gotta look for me, I was here, or I'm rolling up and I'm shooting the video in front of your main spot or something, then, or they were trying to prolong a beef that was not a real beef. So they were trying the dude, I don't want to throw names in it. The dude was trying to promote, he was not being a dude, I guess. It's like a dropout. It was dropout. He was show up and say, yeah, you thought I would left or something. You thought I wouldn't be back, and I'm back. And then he would dip out again. And then his friends would be caught up in it after that. So he just fucked up his whole friend's mindset. And then they got into fights with other people that was cool. And then they would turn down the fade, and then that would be the end of their life. See, now that is the spiritual. Because if you do that on any levels, you have to shit or get off the pot. If you do that on any level, you'll be dead. The spirit will take you out. It will let you be taken under by the same beast that you're trying to that you're rebelling against, or that you're trying to lead your folks to rebel against this enemy. It's gonna let that enemy take you under. It'll be a contract. It's the Ark of the Covenant. It's the Ark of the Covenant. You know that box when you open up and you look inside and the light hits your face? Oh, they were looking at it. It fucking ate them down to Skeletor tore back. So I've never been gangster. I don't know what you want to call it. It's like, I always thought that we need to get to know the enemy, and you'll find aspects on the subterranean or that are decent, and then if you ignore those, then you're not even your people anymore. You're just using this wedge issue to invite contentious bickering, so people will go back into their ego. And that's so tricky. That's so tricky. Because when you know what I'm saying? When you study your enemy, right, you'll find out that that there's a real enemy. It is a contingent skeleton stay behind crew. Like they stay behind and they try to induce mass hysteria or mass hysteria, right? And you shouldn't believe me and everything, because I'll turn into Krishnamurti and Noam Chomsky, Ram Dass. I'll turn into all these people. I don't want you to turn me into those people like leprechauns. Because you know what I'm saying? It's like maybe the ego is gonna be writing in on the back end, on the side end, or something of like a certain amount of people, if it's not necessary for them to become conscious to unravel the matrix. So then maybe I can become like a agent of controlled opposition or something like that. The FBI would like, oh, I like you. You're we don't like your people, but we like you. You seem rational or something like that. You know what I mean? That's how they try to set you up. With they try to set you up. It's the dating service, the Snap program and shit. I thought they were trying to shut everything down, but they try to wake it up. They try to wake you up with AIDS. They want you to start a family with AIDS, and they really want you to do everything with AIDS at this time. Not like we're really doing this, not like we actually are trying to have an effect of any type, or trying to have an effect. It just somebody would take credit for any effects, then to issue in more bureaucracy, to usher, like an usher. So maybe it doesn't matter if somebody, poison himself with freeway mushrooms, because they're never gonna be able to track down the mycelium. They won't find all of it. They won't catch up with all the mycelium. It can burrow like a mile down deep in the earth and hide for 500 years and then crawl back out. Oh my god! Next time, oh my god! But I should have like my major malfunction, private pile. I was supposed to eat the amanita, but I was too scared. There are some things that people were supposed to do that was celestial, so they could reflect. And I think I was supposed to eat the amanita, but now it's too late. You know what I mean? Because when enough people tell you not to do something, you're supposed to do it. That's how the polarity is. The meaning behind the message behind the words can change, and the words can become arbitrary, and they could become like the just clever divisive tactics and shit. Like, okay, I saw something that somebody should have done too before. The example was like is kind of poignant. It's that the contractor's business is going under and they need to repair something, but they lose the opportunity for great PR because they couldn't afford to lose the account. So like Bobby Hemmett was saying that it was the Undertaker. He was the dude came back to life on the table, and he couldn't afford to lose the account because the crematory was broken, and and they had to fix it. So he knocked him on the head back to sleep with a ball peen hammer. Right. And then the thing about it is that if somebody comes alive on the table and you got them help, and they showed up, and it was in the newspaper. You would have brought business over from both towns and the adjacent cities, and they missed the opportunity because they couldn't afford to lose the account. That's where a lot of people, like, you can find them. Even I don't know that they're that bad that they could kill someone. You can find people, and they're just like, that's what. But I can't put that on. I can't stress that on investments. That's not go for investment. Because you say bad, you resonate some bad vibrations. It's like it has to do with things that are supposed to be infrastructural, the things that are provided that the public domain is supposed to have access to. It's like you're wasting their time, and worse, or you know what I mean, wasting their time and worse in the bureaucracy, right? So the corporate eugenics can use it, like start to use these things as traps because we know them to be wholesome. Wholesome, why does that word get watered down? Why does it get watered down? I'm not trying to do anything to, it's like, why does it get mass adoption? Fucking, I adopted it, dude. I'm like, I can't even, I, it's like, get it out of me. It's in me. That's ill. That's a hard spell. Somebody come call along and crack it. Not, you don't have to wait for somebody like Tom Steyer's with the resources to come along to make a difference. It's because somebody can crack away, somebody like who's supposed to uh, can crack away at that, blow a whistle or something. You know, like, you know, not everybody is supposed to go around seducing my eyes. You know what I mean? Like, there's just different. There's like fat people are not the only ones. You know what I mean? There's a lot. It's just different reasons why people shouldn't be the ones to do that. But it's okay if they are emulating somebody that did something that is amazing, right? It's like they're doing it because they think men are slime balls, and they're not, or saying they think they're making a statement, but they're not really making a statement. It's that you're not the one who should be a diva, even though the proletariat they need a diva. You know, they need that example too. It's the rainmaker. You can't become the rainmaker if you don't have a harlot to initiate you into astronomy. Okay, don't ask me for any sources. Don't ask me what are my sources.